happening, YouTube? It's K Mega 405 live from the 405. Well, I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. And yes, if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button, hit that like. Man, if you want to have a discussion, hit the comment section and definitely let me know how you feel. I do appreciate people giving me their feedback, if it's positive or negative. And yeah, you see me playing some Gears of War 4 online, man. The multiplayer, I'm such a noob at that. I play Gears primarily for the story because I love the story, but I had such a good time with the beta. I was like, you know, I'm going to give it a try. And so the Don from the next podcast, like, hey, let's jump on and play. So I played, and I had a blast. So if you see me getting that work, that's all cool. I'll eventually get better, but I'm definitely going to be playing more Gears multiplayer than I've ever have since the franchise has been out. So but I look forward to playing it. And the game graphically is so beautiful. Man, the story mode in certain areas, it just makes you stop and just look like, damn, I can't believe that they did this. And I don't even have a 4K television yet. I'm definitely planning on getting one at the end of the month. But wow, this game is absolutely fire. That and Mafia 3 I enjoy so much. But on to my video. Now, as we just now hear about Gravity Rush 2 not coming, it's going to be delayed until 2017. I'm kind of just going back and thinking about what I was told by so many pro Sony fans that was so hell-bent at talking about how great 2016 was going to be and how many games was going to be out there available and how they were going to crush Microsoft's exclusives and blah, 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 blah. Now, it also sparked up another conversation that I had with a person that hit me up in the comment section that didn't like what I said in my video. But you know, again, I try to get back with anybody and give them feedback, you know, because I appreciate that. You take the time to hit me up and say something. I try to have the time to hit you back up and give you a reply. But he made a point talking about the media and saying, well, you talk about all these delays, you talk about this and that, but yet, you know, the media, they had love for the 360 back then. You know, so what's the difference now? Just because they love Sony, that's the reason why y'all don't like the media? No, that's not the case whatsoever. And I said he was absolutely right. 360 was the media's darling back then. And the PlayStation 3, although was successful, it got its fair share of media hate. But if you look at the difference, there were fundamental differences between this generation and last generation. You know, Sony on the PlayStation 3 side was more self-inflicted. Here, this generation, it's more of just, what the hell is going on here? I mean, why are there not enough journalists or content creators out here speaking out on the issues of what's going on with Sony? See, the 360 was a revolutionary system. When you first bought that system from day one and you launched it up, and you look at the 360 now, they're totally two different things. Like, it wasn't, like, you never seen a console ever evolve like that. You know, the PlayStation 3, as a great system as it was, it has so many problems. You know, first off was the price point. It was $600. That was like suicide. Then also you had the issues with certain games that came out later on in the generation, kind of like let's talk about Skyrim, BioShock, let's see, Mass Effect. Those games came out broken. They came out flawed, and that was a problem. And then you go back to certain games, like I was excited on paper when they talked about MAG, because PlayStation was bringing out a game that's like, for a console with all those players at one time, it's never been done. Then when you bought the game, I paid $60 for that game. The online was trash, the controls were trash, graphics was like PlayStation 1 quality. The game was a complete failure. That's the problems that was occurring. And then of course the big one, which was the hack that happened during during the PlayStation 3 era, and it was hard. Millions and millions of people had to deal with that. So yeah, the media was not in love with what was going on with the PlayStation 3, but PlayStation 3 got it in gear, started making some great first party games like The Last of Us, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, you know, and regardless of what some other people may think about, those games were really good, well-made games. And you know, they had a great gaming lineup, but it's just all the things that's happened in between. Now, of course, the 360 had the red ring of death, but the difference is between the two systems back then is that one was letting you get your console back for free. People were having a hard time getting their money back and things of that nature from the PlayStation 3 back during the hacking. So those are some of the factors. That was the difference between then and now. Now it's just blatant. It's like, you know, people are on the take. When you listen to content creators that tell you about a game that you know that game is not deserving of a 10 score, or you know, you're looking at people that downplay backwards compatibility at one end, but then if it comes on the PlayStation 4, then it's all great now. That's the thing that bothers Xbox gamers, is that, look, you know, Gears of War 4 is not a 7 out of 10. This game is an 8 to 10, period. Forza Horizon 3 is one of the best racing games ever made. It is the best racer this generation by far. And to give it a 4 out of 10 is just a blatant lie. You know, giving Gears Ultimate, which is a remake, at the time when the game came out on 360, it was like a 9, somewhere around there. And to get the Ultimate, which is a better looking game, got extras, give it a lower score, and you have a new IP, which is Until Dawn came out at the same time, give that a better score. That's the problem that we're talking about. And then when you look at the God of War remake, that game got the same score, if not a little bit higher score, for the same game. It wasn't any extras or anything. That's the stuff that we're talking about. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. Everybody have a good peace.
20 million 20 years ago, cuz you was like 7. You ain't gotta like it. Bitch, you gon' respect it. Look me in my eye, motherfucking legend. Motherfucking legend.